You're watching the Fox 8 10 o'clock news with Neil McNeil, Katie Nordine, and Max Weather Chief Meteorologist Van Denton.
It has the potential to be one of the most transformative programs from an educational and economic development standpoint in Piedmont history.
And tonight's Newsmaker is responsible for making it happen. Mary Vigue's only been on the job for a little more than 3 months, but she's already working to make sure college tuition will be paid for all qualified Guilford County public high school graduates in the class of 2016 who apply regardless of income. September 2015.
Say yes in Guilford County, North Carolina.
Guilford County learns it's been picked as a Say Yes community. Say Yes is a nonprofit based in New York.
So we started out in West Philadelphia.
That's Say Yes founder and philanthropist George Weiss, who in the late 1980s promised 112 sixth graders in Philadelphia he'd pay their college tuition if they graduated from high school. Today, Say Yes helps entire communities make similar commitments to every public high school student. And thanks to seed money from Say Yes and more than $35 million in contributions from local businesses and individuals, Guilford County is one of those communities.
Okay.
She has a method.
As long as there's a method.
In this small temporary office in the Greensboro Cultural Center, Mary Vigue and her team are busy working to make sure everything's ready for Guilford County Public High School seniors in the class of 2016. She became Say Yes Guilford's executive director after spending nearly 10 years in Greensboro city government, most recently as assistant city manager. What made this job so appealing to you?
It inspired me to watch the cities, the county, the school system, our nonprofits, our community foundations, all come together on one topic and really sit at the table, because in my 9 years with the city, that didn't happen often, especially not when you cross High Point and Greensboro and Guilford County. In
a nutshell, Say Yes will provide what's called last dollar tuition scholarships for Guilford County public high school graduates to North Carolina public colleges and universities. In other words, Say Yes covers tuition costs that remain after other financial aid is granted. Say Yes does not pay for room, board, books, and fees.
We have continuously been encouraging students and families to fill out and apply for all scholarships they're eligible for, because any scholarship they get that is outside of an institution. So for example, my church gives a scholarship. Some people's jobs give scholarships to their employees' children. Those can be used for room, board, books, and fees.
But to qualify for a Say Yes scholarship, seniors have to fill out the Federal Free Application for Student Aid, or FAFSA. This will eventually let them know how much financial aid they're eligible for. They'll also need to fill out the Say Yes Guilford certification form, which essentially registers them with the program and allows it to work with them as it verifies their eligibility. In order to keep the program working for future Guilford County graduates, Say Yes will have to continually raise money. Right now, an endowment of $70 million is the goal to keep the program sustainable. How much does it worry you, if at all, that you'll be able to raise this money? Say, for instance, if we hit another recession.
I think long term, as programs roll out, as we see changes coming out of our schools, better testing scores, changes in those wanting to go to college, and changing cultures, more and more people are going to be like, you know what, I want to be part of this.
Right.
And so I think long term, I think it's actually going to be easier to raise funds. The goal here is to create hope, is to create a culture early on in a student's career to say, you know what, dream big, because if you can get there, we're going to help you.
Again, Say Yes scholarships will help cover the tuition cost for qualified Guilford County students at public North Carolina colleges, universities, and community colleges. More than 100 private colleges and universities across the country have also gotten partnerships with Say Yes, but how much the program will pay for varies depending on the private school. How much money Say Yes student qualifies for also depends on how long he or she has been enrolled in the Guilford County school system. Work is also underway to figure out how to work charter school graduates into the program. For more information on Say Yes, just take the link from this story on myfox8.com.